Title, you don't need your job.
Right on, no, we told? No, introduction. No.
And you need an introduction,
I do like to go for a wee walk when I do these things. I feel less nervous. First of all, thank you all for coming and sharing this fantastic day for these two. They have done so much work. You wouldn't believe everything you see in front of you, they've done. They've hired the tables, they've hired the furniture, they've bought the booze. It's going to give us an incredible time. Thank them even more. So, you two, I think a round of applause is in order. Next thanks is to you guys. Thanks for sharing this. I know some of you have come a long way. Where's the group from Muscat? And a personal thanks to my sister Lindsay. She came up from Cambridge. Auntie Lindsay came up from Cambridge. This time, so thank you. Time to make two young girls blush.
Oh, great.
Later for your cruise ship experience. Right. Natalie Claire, our bridesmaid, please stand up and take a twirl. One more beautiful. And now to make two older ladies blush. The mothers, please stand up. I think you'll agree with me that the ceremony was something I've never seen before. It was really beautiful, especially with the weather. Thankfully, the Scottish summer has lasted the same 3 days as it usually does. So thank you for that. And the ceremony was so beautiful. I'm thinking of renewing our vows. This time, I'll read the small print. I'll make a few observations. Right, okay. When I read the Idiot's Guide to Making Father of the Bride speeches, they said, right, you've got to talk about your daughter. So I need a wee bit of help on this. So I asked Claire, if you were to sum up Lindsay in 3 words, what would they be? So what are they?
Beautiful.
You would say that. Okay.
Determined.
Yeah.
And bold.
I'll later, but determined, I think it's something she wrote about. She's very driven. Everything she does, and I am so incredibly proud of her. When she was in university, there was a stage where she could have, if she was a weaker personality, drop out and stop her career. But she didn't. She fought. She went for an appeal. She passed an essay that was causing her so much issues, and she went on to bigger and better careers. She's been promoted over and over again, all through her determination of getting education, of doing the right thing, of getting the right experience, of being a wonderful person. To quote Donald at Benidorm, but I am a fan. So much so that Claire said, remember when you go on holiday, no swinging. Yeah. What she thinks of us, I don't know, but
We don't do that on our holiday.
Lindsay is a beautiful girl, but she is a beautiful person. I am so proud. Roger, bring it on. Again, I need a wee bit of help, so I'm kind of just give us a few words. What's the few words you describe your brother?
Sarcastic.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, on the good way, okay?
Yeah, and protector.
Protector.
Oh, that's nice.
That's second my brother in the first two, yeah. I would say you're very similar to Lindsay. You know, when we met you for the first time, your funny nature and your endearing nature, I mean, just I fell in love with you right away. I'm thinking, oh, he's such a nice lad. You are funny, you are very sharp-witted, okay, which goes with Lindsay's blonde. So you're both funny in your own ways, okay? In fact, one of the first times we met Roger was at our other daughter Claire's wedding reception. And at that point, I realised just what a big fan base Roger has, especially on the bus pass ladies. I was hearing comments such as, oh, he's such a handsome lad. Or, oh, he looks a bit like Ryan Reynolds. Obviously a few drinks had been drunk with him. But there was also the one that slightly alarmed me was, if I was 50 years younger, I had my 8 teeth. But I think, I was also asking myself the question, what makes you two great? What makes you two soulmates? And the fact is, I think you are both funny. And the way you look at each other, it's with total affection. I mean, when you were looking at Lindsay at the start of your relationship, it was just incredible. You knew he's be the one.
Thanks for the payment, by the way.
So, yeah, and things have gone from there to even better and better with your new property. That, again, it shows the hard work of these two people. They took a derelict but beautiful cottage and made it into a modern home together in a really, really short time. Now it is your home, you sell it for a profit. Okay, so what's left? What am I thinking about now? Oh, that's right, my words of advice for you two. It's a case of do as I say, don't do as I do. So, listen to each other, hold each other, support each other in bad times, laugh together, but don't take the piss out of Lindsay. And if Lindsay does get a bit moody, which she can tend to do, keep your happy place well stocked with beer. Okay? So to finish off, can I ask you all to be upstanding? Okay? Toast to the most wonderful couple, Mr. and Mrs. Arbroath. Thank you. Next on the...
Well, I slipped up there and wasn't paying attention. Roger. I'm a bit impressed with the funny stuff there. I didn't expect to deliver, but thanks for your kind words and good advice. Thanks very much for that. Thanks for coming to our free bar. Really kind of you, because we couldn't drink it ourselves. Craig and I tried last night. It's a great feel to be there. But no, thanks on behalf of my wife and I. I'm coming along because it's honestly, if I was doing a dance myself, it would be really good. So really, yeah, that's an extra thanks because that was amazing. The videos are pretty good. YouTube's looking a bit interesting. But they're good moves, so well done. Now, my speech won't be as grand or as long as that, but I'll do the formal side of things. Obviously, I want to thank my mum for everything she's done for both of us, helping prep this. You know, there's been so much going on in the background to get to this stage, and yes, we've done a lot of it, but we couldn't have done it without people like my mum. So really, thanks very much for all your help. Graham and Sheila as well, they've done so much for us, not just for the wedding, but in general. And I think I speak for both of us, we would be where we are without you, so I appreciate it. Talking actually about how we met and stuff and all these sort of first encounters. encounters. Lindsay's going to hate this part. One of the earliest encounters I had with Sheila Graham was a night when I felt quite romantic, you know, went and bought a present for Lindsay and thought, I'm going to go and drop it off to her. Oh yes. So, bear with me. So, unannounced, I went round to his mum and dad's, tapped the door, greeted by Sheila, who does burst into most hysterical laughter, almost instantly. Now I'm used to women laughing in my face, but this one was different, because Graham started to laugh as well in the background, and it was a really hearty belly laugh, and there's something wrong here. To which Sheila advised me that Lindsay was going through what is known as a fake bake, which I believe is some sort of tanning drug. So, I asked to see Lindsay, and Sheila said, yeah, I'll go get her for you. It's where I was greeted by deep mahogany. It turned to maroon red, it went back to deep mahogany. My romantic gesture, of course, was still given, but it was the fact that the laughter from you guys was as big as mine. I thought, I'm absolutely fine. And it's not very often that you accept the in-laws as a groom. I really mean that. It's almost like an instant sort of kindred spirit there. There's a really good laugh at you both, mostly at Lindsay expense, and I appreciate it. But as a little token of thanks, particularly to the mum, who's Graham, you get nothing.
It's a bottle of cava, isn't it?
Your prize at Lindsay is no longer your jurisdiction, so that's there you go. That's you as well. That dancing. The bridesmaids. Now, I am sarcastic, deeply sarcastic, but I am predictive as well, as I say, so I'm going to be actually nice for once. Very rare is it you find bridesmaids who get it right. They get the fine balance of being gorgeous but not outshining the bride. And it's a very fine balance to get right, but they got it. They really did. So, you know what? Both look absolutely stunning. It's hard for me to say it about Natalie, particularly, but you do look great. Great help to Lindsay and managing things, you know, be it hair suggestions or whatever that was all about. Dress choices, sage colour. Heard a lot about sage the last few months in particular. It's this colour this year, just take that there. You heard me first. But the bridesmaids have been, you know, fantastic for the whole day, and we'll see in the dance later on. Best man, yeah. This is going to be fun.
So you're talking first and I get to apply.
Craig and I have known each other since nursery. I've known each other a long, long time. We went back through everything. And the great thing is that in that time scale, I've built up so much more dirt in Craig than he's built up in me. And I'm talking some seriously bad stuff. So whatever he comes up with, speak to me later. Alona, particularly yourself, you want to speak to me later. Because I've got some crackers. Just quickly about Alona as well, the stunning cupcakes you see at the back there, that was actually Alona's mum that made them, and brought through this morning in pouring rain to deliver them, so Craig also take back to the stag do. It was good fun, a lot of alcohol, a lot of beer pong, a lot of things that won't be shared in this speech or yours. Take that down now, please. It was a truly samba event. Only the guys on stage don't know what that means, but it was samba. You sometimes wonder why I would choose a best man. Who do you choose? How do you do it? You know, what's the sort of characteristics you look for? Two things. They've got to be less attractive and less funny. That should get the British round the board. There's obviously one other person to thank, and it's Lindsay. Lindsay and I have, you know, we've had such a great time together throughout the whole time. I have to say, planning this has actually been really good fun. And Wednesdays are supposed to be fun. Admittedly today, those that were here about 1:10 it wasn't so much fun. I was cursing everything in the world. But not Lindsay. Still not Lindsay, I would never do that. Just touching on what Graham said. I've never met someone so caring and so thoughtful. You know, someone who will put everyone ahead of her. And it makes me really proud to put you in the spotlight today. Oh dear, look at it. Let me go again. Proud to put you in the spotlight today. There we go. Thanks so much, Bob. a toast to Lindsay, please, before I jump on it.
To Lindsay. That's me done. So I'm going to pass on to Craig now and say your nice please, as I said, was offered me earlier on. Speak to me there. Thank you.
I'm going to come out as well, but I think it's more because I can just lean in a bit like this. Yeah, thanks for that great introduction. Kind of sets the bar low. Like I was going to have this great introduction, but we really have another introduction after what you were saying there. I never get emotional. Like never at Escalona, I've not cried. Like when we got married, when the girls were born, when I found out I was going to be a dad, nothing like that. But then when you were bringing Lindsay down the aisle, like I felt I was going to cry. Like I cannot be the only person crying up here. Pictures of like I found and it was obviously having twins myself. Just seeing that, and it got me just being a dad. And then it was fine because you had a lovely speech, and then you were really funny, and then just seeing you almost cry, I'm going to cry by the end of this, so it's fine. So when Roger asked me to be his best man, I was like, yeah, great. Like I did the first thing that everyone does, stupidly, went onto Google. Google best man speeches, all these funny jokes, we went to YouTube, these amazing videos. So for the last year I've been thinking of videos and a PowerPoint presentation, I had amazing graphics, the video, the whole shebang. But then to be honest, I was worried it wasn't going to work. But no, the more the cards back would be amazing. But no, the most important thing about today is the love story that started in 1986. Was it? Me and Roger have known each other a long, long time.
Romance.
Yeah. There was a moment there when we were shaking hands, and I felt you come in a little bit actually for the kiss. Sorry. I was speaking to, I think it was Johnny earlier about spooning. No, it was Craig actually about spooning last night. You could go anywhere. Like you're saying, the stag do will remain on the stag do, but we did have 2 trolley loads of booze. We had some great pictures of that. That lasted till Friday night, I think, and we ran out, so we had to go back again on Saturday. So hopefully we've kind of got enough. Although Sheila's now here, so. That actually goes into one of the things that, well, a few of the things Roger said, I had a couple of rules I had to follow. One of them was that I was not allowed to say that his sister was hot. So, Natalie, you are looking fabulous though. I hadn't seen Natalie in a long, long time, and not this time, a few times I saw her go, I actually introduced myself to her. It's like, it's Natalie, you idiot. And I was expecting to see little Natalie just look like little Roger with like little... Is that okay? And obviously you're separate and stuff. I actually thought when I went in to drop those bags off that it was Lindsay getting ready before the wedding. Oh, I've seen her. I was like, she's wearing green, that's an odd colour choice. The other rules, I wasn't allowed to make too many toasts because there is history of people here not making it to the end of weddings or being sick. And not mentioning it because it's
I have to drink all myself.
And then obviously the other rule was I wasn't allowed to tell any embarrassing stories. So I'm actually going to take a leaf out of your books and ask for you guys to maybe share some embarrassing stories throughout the night, not just now.
Not now.
And because I did think of all these amazing stories, but to be honest, every single one of them makes me out to be a total arsehole. And Roger to be this knight in shining armour that comes along. Like, it pains me to say it, and it's not very often you can go and proclaim your love to another man. I've done it a couple of times and it's difficult. No.
Have you?
No. No, to come and say, I totally love this guy, I love what you and Lindsay got together. Like, we're so similar. is when the photographer came up and he's like, he thinks I'm Roger, he totally thinks I'm Roger. The celebrant came up, totally thought it was you. We were at my dad's wedding recently, out of a choice of about 8 kilts and 8 different ties. Me and Roger managed to pick out the same one. At the stag do, out of all those different golfing outfits on eBay, can you imagine how many there were? Me and Roger managed to pick the same one. I've got a coat in my house that's called the Uncle Roger coat because Roger's got the same coat as me. And now you've got a twin. I can kind of see something. But to help with these embarrassing stories, if everyone just goes underneath their table.
Kay, what's your hand? I've just got more.
No, you guys are passing. I basically want Roger to worry about this. But the good thing is, I haven't told any so technicality don't just be upstanding, please. This is my best friend, this is the happiest couple. Round. Enjoy the night.
Thank you.
Okay, let me get Craig again.